Hey, how's it going, guys? It's been a while since I made a video, but I'll be making one today, and hopefully that I come up with more stuff to talk about. But right now, the real thing I want to talk about is my real feeling that I've had this thing that I've always thought about. I'm seeing it in the news, and I'm seeing it in like movie news. I'm a big movie guy, and I'm really hating it at the same time. It's just they should be keeping up, but they're not keeping up, and that's my biggest concern right now. And I really fucking hate it. And it's just they really got to step up their game. I mean, I just don't understand why they won't. And I shall tell you what it is: the whole DC versus Marvel thing going on. And right now, in terms of the movie industry for them, in terms of comic book movies, it's not really working well for what DC is trying to do. They did the Batman movies of Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Rises, and all of a sudden their success of those movies, whatever how much they made, it doesn't matter. Um, that's it. It's just one character with his story, and then the continuation of his story, and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden they bring in Superman, which is the reboot of Superman's story again. We don't need another reboot. We need a continuation, and that's what they did for Man of Steel as a reboot into his story, into his backstory and his origin. And right now, I'm saying for me, myself, and probably for the fans, they want a continuation as opposed to just another reboot. And I'm almost getting sick and tired of seeing that now. And like, I want DC to really step it up. And it's right now. It's just I just fucking hate it. What I'm trying to say here and now, that I'm actually gonna declare that Marvel is doing a way better job than what DC is trying to do. And I really I really hate what DC has done to the new 52, and it's too late for a new origin story for all the characters, and they've ruined it. They've really ruined it. And what in terms of the movie industry on what they're trying to do now for Superman versus Batman or Batman versus Superman, it's it's really too late when you think about it. When it came to those characters and like their whole background of their stories and stuff, and then all of a sudden they just come into this one movie, which is supposed to be the sequel to Man of Steel, which is bringing the two characters together. They could have done that like years ago, but they're taking too long. And the other reason why they're taking too long, they want to, ever since they saw the Dark Knight movies, they think that, oh yeah, no, Dark is the new thing. Dark is not the new thing. Because for me, and I've been a huge fan of DC, and I'm still a fan of DC. Um, they've just ruined it. Like, they changed the way Superman looks, the way he acts. He's not even the same Clark Kent slash Superman that I grew up with. The Superman I grew up with, he wears the red briefs and he has the yellow belt, and that was the one I grew up with. I grew up with a character in my mind and in the vision, and I have this we believe that Christopher Reeve can fly, that a man can fly. That was the whole thing of Superman. And seeing Man of Steel, it didn't do that for me. I didn't feel that same feeling I had in like the first series of Superman movies. It didn't have that. The thing that was missing in Man of Steel was the story. It was all just action and blowing shit up, and it was like another Michael Bay film. That's right. I just said that. And I mean it. And like what I'm seeing now, I really hated the movie. Like, I really hated Man of Steel and just totally ruined it for me. The only thing I could say about DC right now is the the best thing that they got for it, going for it, is the CW's TV show Arrow. Now that is a great interpretation of a character that we wouldn't really think about. You know, he's like a secondary character of Bruce Wayne. You know, because Bruce Wayne's filthy rich and, you know, he's just a man in a costume. But, like, all of us fans would know that, you know, Bruce Wayne is more than what he is. He's more than just a man in a suit. He's Batman. And he took a role as the superhero or hero to most people, and it inspires, like, you know, detectives and cops and such. And the whole thing about the Arrow TV show, it feels like Batman, but it's not Batman because Arrow's more, I guess he's more subtle. You know, Batman's kind of too aggressive in that sense, but, you know, Green Arrow, the TV show, it's doing very well, and I'm happy that it's really, like, doing like crazy. There's a huge amount of fans. There's a great following of Stephen Amell, the main actor and character to play Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, and he's a good actor. Like, when you see him as the character, not just him playing Arrow, you know, the hero in the TV show. You see him act as Oliver Queen, the CEO of it's called Queen Consolidated, or later on, I'm hoping they'll go back to the whole Queen Industries, like, you know, all that stuff, and that's the thing I'm hoping for. And the cameo of characters that they've had. They had the Huntress, they had Deadshot, they have Deathstroke now, which is Slade Wilson's character, and other characters like Roy Harper. He's in it now too. And the probably one of the best ones, and I was like totally stoked and I was totally excited. Barry Allen, the Flash, the second Flash, and, you know, for me, DC in terms of characters, the only two favorites that I like in terms of just superheroes, because supervillains is a totally different subject, but superheroes would be Superman and Flash for me. For me, I like speed. You know, I like watching, you know, cars and how fast they go, and, you know, Formula One and how fast there are, you know, around the track and all that stuff. I like speed, even, like, say, you know, jet fighters. I like that feeling of, like, the adrenaline. So I like Flash because he's the fastest man alive. That is go-to saying for his character. And say for Superman, faster than a speeding bullet. That's awesome. That's great. That's kind of my thing. If I were to have a superpower, it's gonna be super speed, because that's the thing I want. I want to have the power to just go anywhere I want, you know, but also fight crime. And I'm glad that, you know, Barry Allen in the TV show of Arrow, when they featured him as a cameo, he was the scientist slash he's a forensic scientist. That's exactly what he is, and I'm glad that they showed that, and the way they portrayed it, the way they really brought his character together, because he's funny, he's intelligent, and he knows his way around, you know, like, evidence types, you know, trying to figure out what it is, and, you know, and being a actual, quite the intelligent scientist. So it's pretty cool. Like, I was Grant Gustin from, I don't know the TV show that he's in, but he's surprisingly good as a Barry Allen, or younger version of the character. And I'm hoping for the new TV show, like brand new TV show, Flash, finally, his own TV show, again, because they made like a previous one, I think in the 80s or the 90s, which I have that, and it's John Wesley Shipp. He also played that version of Barry Allen, and it's very old style. When you watch the TV show, it's very good too. So what I'm trying to tell you here in this video is that I still have a lot of DC blood inside of me, and it's still in there, and I still love DC. It's just what they're doing to the movie industry right now. They're doing a really horrible job, and I really want to tell you guys that in this video. And it's just, the New 52 is the worst idea they've ever come up with, and the DC guys should know that, because even though you guys came up with, the New 52, and you're thinking that, it's an origin story for all the all the characters, and you're thinking that, oh, it's a great idea, and we can really, excel on this idea. It's not doing good so far, because there's a 50-50. There's 50% of people who do like it, and there's a 50% of people who don't like it. I'm the 50% of people that don't like it, and I'm hoping that it would continue that way, so more people would hate it, because whatever they're doing, the character design is their story, and the development of the characters, or how the characters get their powers or abilities or whatever. And it's horrible. I think it's horrible. I don't know what you guys think about the New 52, but I'm gonna end this video right here. I'll have a part 2 of what I think Marvel is doing well at right now, and they're doing a way better job than DC. And right now, even though I'm wearing this Shield Hawkeye vest, and like I said before, I have a lot of still DC DNA in me, and the blood of DC, and I have Superman t-shirts, I have Flash t-shirts, I even have the Green Lantern rings and all that stuff. See, here, let me show you. I have Superman, of all things. I still have it, so I just want to show you that. So I'll make a part 2 of what I think the plan should have been for DC, and then I'll talk about what Marvel is doing really well at. And yeah, just so leave me comments below if you like. It's up to you. Subscribe to my page if you like this video, and let me know what you guys think, because I knew there's still a huge debate about DC versus Marvel, or Marvel versus DC, either one. And I like both, but right now, what I'm thinking is that even though I love DC, I'm slowly getting into the whole Marvel universe, and I'll tell you about that after. See you guys later, and hope you like this page and this video.